So we're going to have this big moment of instability in the early part of this campaign because we're seeing a lot of countries grab a whole bunch of lands. There will be a kind of a stagnation or a slowing down effect towards the middle part of the series, maybe in a few videos. But for now, I mean, things are going to be pretty insane. One country that I did miss that grabbed a whole bunch of territory is Punjab. They took a whole bunch away from Afghanistan. We did notice that Afghanistan was in two different wars at the same time. So I was like, I don't know. I thought Afghanistan would be able to hold it down. I know that they're a pretty solid country, but dang, Punjab's looking good. They're looking very good. Anyways, we might see the British start to lose massive amounts of territory in British India. Just because they're completely sieged out, and the British seem to not even care. Let's not forget that the British also control a small piece of the Arabian Peninsula. So, and there's probably other areas too that I'm forgetting, but I'm just going to take note whenever I see that stuff happening. I will call it out and stuff like that. But anyways, yes. So Revolutionary France is also in here too. Wow, this is going to make things very complicated. So the Europeans are all over the place, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see a lot of the European colonies and areas outside of Europe that the Europeans control. They will only lose more of those territories as we progress. Constantly want to be checking in on some of these. Ooh, we have Spain and the Juana. Is this from the Caribbean? Yes, I believe it is. Spain is losing one of their colonies in the Caribbean. We've got Sweden versus Denmark. This was an offensive Swedish war, actually. It's a nationalist war, which I need to keep in mind. That'll be a big thing to be looking out at. Independence war. Naj still after Bahrain. And we still have all of these British and Indian wars. So it looks like the British saved or actually stopped the independence of... Oh, no. They technically have not peaced out yet. But they're going to lose it. -9 is not going to be enough. I think you need about, 20 war score to ask for independence, or maybe 25. And all you really have to do for that is just don't mess up. Hey, what happened? Oh, the British have escaped, or they left Africa, which means that this 4.4 stack should be able to unsiege out these lands. And remember, Cape Colony and Newfoundland are directly responsible here for their own independence. Ooh, yeah, those Catholic zealots are really starting to upset Newfoundland. Well, luckily Newfoundland doesn't really have to worry about. British Columbia still has a 5 stack, and they're occupying all their progress that Newfoundland made previously. Oh man, the Catholic zealots are in Cree territory. Come on, man, that's messed up. Why you gotta do that? We also saw the USA slowly starting to expand their borders. Looks like they already did. Yes, they've taken over a few Native Americans, but by the time they get over towards the West Coast, I don't know if they're going to be able to get their lands that they normally control. I would be seriously surprised, actually, because we're going to see Mexico certainly start to colonize to the north. British Columbia, Britain is only going to continue to push for more provinces in this region as well. Actually, maybe not. I mean, the British have their hands full with a lot of different things. They might not be investing or willing to invest their settlers to be going to North America at this time. They still have to go and control all of Australia, as well as there's a lot of money to be made in lands here, kind of in Indonesian lands and stuff like that. Southeast Asia will be a very rich area for a lot of different people. We've got Spain, or I guess I should say nations. Spain's going to win that. Spain has tightened their grip here in the Caribbean, didn't they? Yes, there they are right here. So I believe that would be, so Haiti's here. This would be Cuba that would form if they were to get their independence. But that's obviously unlikely now. It might happen eventually, but not at the moment. They're going to really need, a lot of these colonies are really going to need to ask for help by neighboring Europeans, which will be a big deal. Let's also not forget about the French controlling a massive chunk of North Africa. So like when the Revolutionary France, I should say, start to, support independences and stuff like that'll probably cause for a little bit of, it'll probably cause more countries to gain their independence if France is willing to join in to upset Spain, then Spain is going to be focused on protecting their own lands. They're not going to be going after, all the way across the world to stop their colony or whatever from gaining independence. Bavaria is looking better too. Yeah. Remember, Hanover is actually a vassal under. Actually, they're in a personal union, and the Liberty Desire is at 8.8. Okay, I wasn't sure if that was the annexation or not. I don't know if they were already beginning the annexation process. No, that won't be happening for a while. Netherlands need to grab a lot of territory, but this region is starting to unite quickly. This small little guy is probably going to get eaten up. Denmark has been pushed out of Swedish lands. I think it's going to be a stalemate here. We have the Russians dealing with a small stack of Finnish separatists. Yeah, but they're going to get taken out soon. How are the Ottomans doing? Still waiting for an Ottoman war. I figured the Ottomans probably do not like the Persians, since the Persians are more than likely following the Shia religion. Oh my gosh, the Ottomans are not liked by any of their neighbors, Austria, Russia, or Persia. I mean, that kind of needs to happen. The Ottomans are really, really powerful, but man, you better watch out for alliances that might form up or coalitions that might form up at the same time. Austria is liked by the Papal States and Tuscany. Has Zeta always been here? I guess they have. They're pretty much, their independence is being supported by Austria. The Ottomans will never, well, they might eventually, the Ottomans might eventually declare war on Austria, but we'll see when. Wow, the UPCA is actually in Spain, trying their best to help out. They sent a 10,000 stack. Spain will be able to wipe them out whenever they want, though. Is Portugal allied to anybody? They're allied to Mexico. Ooh, there we go. So we're going to see some interesting, very, very interesting wars. I cannot wait for that. I'm also wondering exactly which one of these kind of African nations or even Native Americans that might westernize. They're sub-Saharan now, but they have the opportunity to westernize almost immediately because, the Western nations are almost everywhere now. Are you still at war with everybody? No, you actually, so someone peaced out with them. So they're obviously losing drastically their territory in India, but they will stop Newfoundland and Cape Colony from gaining their independence, I believe. Ooh, look at Portuguese Mozambique. Oh, they're not doing super well. Portugal's involved in this war, but I don't know if Portugal's willing to send anything over. See, this is why the Victorian era is so fun. The Victorian era is just going to be insane because everything is there's still a lot of uncolonized lands. Obviously, the age of imperialism is coming up, and it's kind of already almost there. And we still get to, witness possibly those massive world wars. I'm not sure if there's going to be a mechanic for it. Ooh, is Yemen under attack by, the Ottomans. Egypt and the Ottomans, so we might see the AI possibly vassal feed Egypt here, more than likely. And that's my immediate, I thought that was like one of my immediate thoughts, where the Ottomans were probably going to attack the Arabian Peninsula first before they attacked Persia, but they should probably attack Persia soon, since Persia is not allied to anybody. It doesn't seem like too bad of a choice. There's a royal marriage between these two nations, but that is it. How opinion-wise? Oh, they're high, so more than likely they might get an independence here. The Ottomans might get an alliance, I should say. Ottomans are allied to Darfur, which is probably a smart pickup for them. So Yemen might be done here. Is Oman allied to anybody? No, but they're at war. Someplace in Africa. I don't know if they're going to be getting involved in that region. Let's go ahead and increase the speed a bit. Ooh, it looks like someone might have peaced out with... Did someone peace out with the British? It looks like maybe one country did here in India. That's why that would explain why a lot of this stuff has become unoccupied. We'll see if they start to gain back control. I'm sure they will. Is that them like going after the siege? Yep, they're going after the sieges right now. Yeah, so all the Indian... So someone must have peaced out with the British. Ooh, was that country that big before? I think so. I believe they were that big before. Are they hated by anybody? Yeah, I think they were. I'm not 100% about that, though. I thought Nepal was at war with the British, but maybe not, because... I don't know. I don't see any, massive country here. Unless, a lot of the Indian nations might be just releasing other fellow Indian nations. That could be happening, too. Something to keep in mind. Any new colonization going on here? Nope. The British are probably not... Oh, the British have... I think... No, they've... Might have increased a little bit of control in New Zealand. Not 100% about that at all. Obviously, these islands are still untouched. Someone will probably be going after this. Here's Spain, I believe. Yep. Spain here. Oh, Japan has already almost united Japanese mainland. Wow, that was fast. That was really fast. They did not even hesitate to grab most of those provinces back. So they'll be united very quickly. And look at that, Korea's already been annexed. That was so quick. All right, so Qing is looking good again, but no alliances. No alliances. In video 3, we will go over some of the development values, force limits, stuff like that. But for now, let's just kind of watch over the wars because it's crazy. Slowly, things are starting to slow down. Norway now at war with Denmark. I guess Sweden was not not able to get the job. Oh no, they were. No, look at that. Did they just peace out? I think they just peaced out. Yeah, so they just grabbed a few extra. That's what I said, man. In the very beginning, I was like, you know what? I could easily see Denmark getting eaten up here because they don't have any alliances. They don't really have very many friends in the region. I mean, they might be kicked out to just, what is this? Yeah, Danish, Greenland, and Denmark. So Iceland and Greenland. They might be stuck there for the rest of the campaign, possibly. I don't know if Norway is going to be able to. Do you think? Is there an alliance? Do they have military access? You think? Norway has military access through Swedish lands? I don't think so. Even if they do, it doesn't matter. Does Norway have enough of a fleets to stop the Danish ships from halting their movement throughout these straits? I don't think so. I'd be surprised. Well, there's Denmark right there blockading with the 16-stack ship. I don't think. Ooh, who else is at war here? Someone else is at war with, possibly. Boom. Oh, they lost something else too. Dang. So Denmark is down to 3 provinces. Wow. So another war. Okay, so maybe, who knows? They might have to disband some of these ships because they're probably not doing so well anymore in terms of economically. And then Norway might have an easier opportunity to land. But one thing for sure, Norway is going to need naval superiority to siege out the remaining 3 Danish provinces. At least in continental Europe, obviously. What else do we see here? We've got Kong at war. A few of these smaller. Oh, Venezuela. Wait a second. Venezuela. Reconquest. Ooh, they're going after South America now. Everyone is at war with the British. I kind of feel bad for them. There's 3 wars. Oh, no. 5 wars. 5 wars. But they've made some progress. It's not too bad. So one for sure Indian alliance that was at war with the British in British India did peace out. More nations are going after Britain and kind of eating away at some of their, like I said, they're all over the place. Okay, wait a second. The Ottomans definitely just released Greece. No, never mind. I'm so correct. Greece was started there. Never mind. They didn't take anything away from Yemen. Now, why did they do that? Oh, never mind. You are now a vassal of the Ottomans. All right. So once again, and Tripoli? Are you kidding me? Oh, the Ottomans are looking powerful. But they need to make sure that they, that liberty desire needs to stay low, especially with Egypt. 24.2. All these vassals might unite against the Ottomans. That will be tough. Naj not doing too well against Bahrain, surprisingly enough. Why are the Ottomans helping Naj out here? That is very weird. You are unoccupying a territory that the rebels had acquired. That's strange. Yes, so one person did peace out with the Ottomans. One of the, like I said, the Indian alliances. There was 3 total, I think. Maybe even 4. Maybe they won't lose as much as we thought. Or maybe they will. I don't know. Obviously, they're not having a good time here. Did Cape Colony peace out with them yet? I know that we pretty much guaranteed that they... Oh, wait a second. Zulu. Zululand is here. Oh, that is awesome. That is really cool. So they broke apart Portuguese Mozambique. They definitely did. So Portugal doesn't have as strong of a hold here on Eastern Africa. Oh, man, this is so cool. This is very, very cool. We also have Venezuela kind of uniting, I guess, now that they see the British are down. Oh, this is not going to go well. Oh, the Venezuelans only have like 5,000 men. Oh, see, that's the thing. The British AI is just randomly picking, where to send their troops. Ooh, who's at the... Oh, this is Spain after UPCA? Yes. So they're not going to do too well either. I'm pretty sure the only thing the British can do is just send a regimen one at a time, and then unfortunately they're gonna have to peace out. But I think they're probably looking at their most valuable lands right now. Maybe they don't find Indian territory super valuable, or probably that's not true, because Indian territory is very valuable. So they probably just realized that there's no way they'd be able to make any progress against all those nations. So they're like, screw it, we'll go after and actually fight against the easier wars. USA still, ooh. Excuse me. The British, so the USA has supported the independence for British Columbia. I don't think they've gone after too many more of the natives. Where is British Columbia in terms of their liberty desire? At 100%. Ooh, so we might see a very early American-British war. Yes, and Newfoundland, they're back on the British's side, which is giving them quite a bit of extra help when going after all of the other nations that have decided to rise up against England, or I guess I should, Britain, Great Britain, not England. I always make that mistake and people get mad at me. I'm sorry. I apologize. Belgium, Namibia. Wait, when did they get there? They just got there. So look at Belgium. Hey, I mean, I don't know if I read any comments saying Belgium was gonna win Africa, but it's certain. Like I said, this is the imperialism age. We could be seeing some really interesting takeovers here by the Europeans. Some very interesting land takeovers. How's Naj doing? Bahrain acquired 2 extra provinces away from Naj in that peace deal. We'll see probably an Oman war soon, depending on if the Ottomans want to try that or not. Maybe. Let's check in on some more wars. So the British, I think, have been set. They're set for the most part. Most of the Indian wars are over. They did lose a bit of territory, but I mean, and the wars are not over actually. Oh, you're still fighting these inland nations. The thing is, though, most of your regiments, or not most of them, but a large chunk of your regiments are just in South America. I don't know if you're going to be able to unsiege this stuff. Like I said, I mean, they'll all group up and they'll kick them out like instantly. That would be the problem. Obviously, yeah, that would be a pretty big problem. Punjab looking like the clear dominant power in India at the moment. But they do not have any alliances, which could be a big bad thing. That could be a very, very bad thing. How's Qing doing? They have not decided to expand their borders. What do they feel towards? Ooh, yeah, so we will see a Qing-Russian war at some point. But Russia has got building up some alliances. Nothing too powerful to be able to stop Qing and their conquest in like kind of the Siberian region. But still, you never know. You never know. How's Congo doing? They're doing okay, but they are facing some reactionaries here. French. Oh, Sweden. I didn't realize Sweden was also in Africa. I mean, pretty much I should just be expecting almost everybody. Is this American? Yes, it is. We also have the Americans here in Sub-Saharan. Grain Coast. In the Grain Coast and a few of these other provinces. I forgot about this. I don't think I checked on that. These are not settlers, are they? Well, there was one. There was one. Anyways, guys, I'm about to stop right there. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow with part 3.